What if you had a tool so powerful, it could watch everything happening in the world, the news, the stock market, political events, even the opinions people post online, and tell you almost instantly what might happen next? A tool that could process millions of pieces of information in seconds, faster than any human, faster than any team of experts, and then turn all of that into clear, actionable insights you could use to make money. This is not science fiction. With the release of GPT-5, this is becoming reality. To understand why GPT-5 is a turning point, we have to look back. GPT-3 was like a bright student, brilliant with words, but blind to the real world. GPT-4 was a skilled analyst. It could read financial reports, interpret charts, even write code. But it still worked in snapshots. It couldn't truly combine a breaking news headline, a live market feed, and a company's earnings report into one coherent insight instantly. GPT-5 changes that. For the first time, we have a model that can read, see, interpret, and calculate at the same time, while connected to global live data feeds. It doesn't just answer questions, it reacts. And in finance and geopolitics, that change in speed and context is the difference between spotting an opportunity and watching it vanish. In finance, information is power. But information only matters if you can act before your competitors. For decades, hedge funds spent billions building private data pipelines, hiring hundreds of analysts, and buying access to exclusive financial intelligence. Now GPT-5 is shifting the balance. It's no longer just an assistant answering your questions. It's a global analysis engine already being used to scan thousands of financial reports in seconds, flagging accounting anomalies before markets notice. Monitor real-time order flows to detect unusual trading patterns minutes ahead of public charts. Listen live to corporate earnings calls and flag subtle tone changes in a CEO's voice. Correlate geopolitical events with their historical impact on markets to anticipate reactions. And this isn't theoretical. From New York to London, from Singapore to Geneva, desks are already running GPT-5 every single day. Think of GPT-5 as a hyper-connected analyst. When a central bank changes interest rates, it analyzes the statement, compares it with decades of historical cases, tracks immediate moves in bonds, currencies, and equities, and delivers actionable scenarios. When an industrial accident happens in a major manufacturing hub, it instantly identifies the companies involved, estimates supply chain disruption, predicts commodity price changes, and highlights which competitors could benefit. This isn't only about speed, it's about total context. GPT-5 can connect dots between finance, politics, and market psychology in ways no single human brain can match. Hong Kong. Multiple desks use GPT-5 to monitor Chinese social platforms like Weibo and WeChat, catching early signs of policy changes or economic shifts before they hit the news. London. A commodities-focused fund uses it to track political instability in cocoa, oil, and gold-producing countries, adjusting positions before prices swing. New York. A major investment bank has linked GPT-5 to both internal and external data sources, enabling it to detect sector trends an average of 15% earlier than human analysts. Singapore. A portfolio management firm uses GPT-5 to simulate hundreds of macroeconomic scenarios daily, from US rate changes to the ripple effects of new trade sanctions. 3 major effects are already visible. Ultra-fast reactions, events that used to take hours to move markets, now cause shifts in seconds. Increased volatility. If multiple GPT-5 systems react to the same trigger, moves can accelerate sharply, causing flash rallies or sudden crashes. Structural advantage for users. Firms with GPT-5 see clearer, faster, and further, leaving others permanently behind. Finance is more than money. It's leverage. And GPT-5 multiplies that leverage. The US, China, and the EU are investing heavily in financial AI to safeguard their economies and expand influence. Smaller states with strong financial sectors like Singapore and Switzerland see GPT-5 as a way to punch far above their geopolitical weight. Control the ability to forecast and influence capital flows, and you control part of the world's balance of power. The gap is widening. Those who master GPT-5 move ahead, while the rest fall behind. Markets are more sensitive. Small sparks can now ignite global chain reactions. Finance and geopolitics are merging. Speed and information are becoming strategic weapons. This isn't just for Wall Street giants. We can get a clear daily summary of market-moving events in minutes, backtest investment ideas with decades of data, evaluate the impact of geopolitical events on personal holdings. The best time to start learning how to use GPT-5 is now. We are entering an era where markets can move before humans even realize why, where analytical speed becomes the key to economic power, and where AI is no longer optional, it's survival. Subscribe and hit the bell to learn how the finance and geopolitical world will be shaped before others. In this new world, being early isn't just an advantage, it's the only way to win.